So Gunna was recently released from jail because Young Thug and Gunna have been in jail for the last 7 months. And in this video, I'm going to be exposing their other characters, but I'm also going to be exposing the case because the entire situation was scripted. So I'll get to the gematria and the entire scripting of the case at the end of this video. So make sure you guys watch this video all the way to the end. And also keep in mind that Gunna was arrested for racketeering. So for him to be released with time served is really shocking. And it's not because he snitched or whatever. Whether he snitched or not doesn't really matter because this entire thing is fake anyway. But my point here is that celebrities are not real because they don't get as much time as a real person. And I talked about this in my Charleston White video because that was another case where a celebrity didn't get that much time as they should have. And we're seeing the same thing here with Gunna because he got these really big charges that a regular person would serve at least 20 years for. And he's getting out after 7 months, not even 1 year. He wasn't even in jail for an entire year, and he's already getting released. So whether he snitched or not doesn't really matter because even if a real person snitched in this type of scenario, they would still get way more time than this. But I'll get to all of that later. For now, let's talk about Gunna's other characters. As you guys can see by the side-by-side comparison, Gunna and Scarface look so much alike because Gunna's character is based off of Scarface. And if you guys don't know who Scarface is, he's an old rapper and he was a part of the Ghetto Boys rap group. Right here, Gunna and Scarface look so much alike. They both have the same smile and the same teeth as well. And here's some more comparisons of Gunna and Scarface. They even have the same nose and the same mouth. And they also have the same head shape as well. And Gunna put this one in plain sight because he has an unreleased song with Juice WRLD called Scarface. And his other character is literally called Scarface. So that's a big connection right there. So Scarface's real name is Bradley Terrence Jordan. And Gunna's real name is Sergio Giovanni Kitchens. And it's kind of ironic that his last name is Kitchens because he's fat. And Scarface is fat as well. But that's just part of the character. Their names are completely scripted. So his name is a joke. So this shows that celebrities are not real because I've never heard of that last name. And also the way they spell Giovanni is wrong. Normally it's spelled with a O, but for some reason his is spelled with a A. And if you guys notice, in almost every single video that I make, their names are misspelled on purpose so that certain things can match up in gematria. So Gunna has the same gematria as Scarface's real name. Gunna equals 57 and 78. And Scarface's real name, Bradley Jordan, also equals 57 and 78. And then Scarface's middle name and last name has the same gematria as Gunna's real name. They both equal 150, 228, and 84 in the same ciphers. So Gunna used to go by the name Young Surge when he started rapping in 2013. And I guess Surge is short for Sergio, which is his real name. So Young Surge equals 100, just like Scarface's full name, Bradley Terrence Jordan, which also equals 100. So Scarface was part of the rap group The Ghetto Boys. The Ghetto Boys and Gunna Gunna, which is one of Gunna's nicknames. You're going to see throughout this video that Gunna has a lot of nicknames. But anyways, the Ghetto Boys and Gunna Gunna have the same gematria of 156 and 48 in the same ciphers. And Gunna is signed to YSL. YSL and Scarface have the same gematria of 56 in the same cipher, along with Plea Deal. Gunna is one of Scarface's characters, so of course Scarface is going to connect to the things that Gunna is associated with because Gunna took a plea deal recently and that's why he was released. So if you guys want to see more information about Scarface and Gunna, go watch my other video about this that I made 11 months ago. The link is in the description below. So now let's talk about Gunna's other character that I didn't mention in my other video. So Gunna's other character is Rich Porter. As you guys can see, Rich Porter and Gunna look so much alike. And these two characters have a very similar storyline as well. So what Gunna is going through with this YSL case is just a recycled version of what Rich Porter went through. And both of these were very big cases in the media. So here's some more comparisons of Gunna and Rich Porter. And as you guys can see, these two characters look so much alike. The only difference is that Gunna has longer hair, but you can tell that their mouth is exactly the same and their eyes are the same as well. So this one is really easy to see. And Gunna put this one in plain sight. For some reason, Gunna put both of his characters in plain sight because he literally has a song called Scarface, and in this song Wanna, he mentions Rich Porter, which is his other character as well. So not only do these two characters look alike, but he also mentioned him in this song, which is one of his biggest songs on this album. And to top it off, they even have the same gematria. So Rich Porter equals 130, and Gunna's real name equals 130. And Rich Porter's real name is Richard Porter, which equals 81. And Gunna's real name also equals 81 in the same cipher. So another one of Gunna's nicknames is Young Gunna, and he spelled it like this on purpose because Richard and Young Gunna have the same gematria of 43. Young Gunna equals 38, just like Porter and Death. And Rich Porter's death was very scripted, as you guys can see. His last name has the same gematria as Death, and on top of that, his first name Richard has the same gematria as fake Death. They both equal 61 and 47 in the same cipher. So Rich Porter's story is completely fake. He was nothing other than a character on the world stage, and to prove that even further, they literally made a character based off of Rich Porter in the movie Paid in Full. So Mekhi Phifer played the role of Mitch, which is literally a character based off of Rich Porter. So the fact that they're able to make fictional characters based off of these world stage characters really shows how they're all characters. You know, they easily made this celebrity a character in a movie. That should really show you that all celebrities are just characters on the world stage. But anyways, the big connection here is that Mekhi Phifer is the actor that played the role of Rich Porter in this movie. And if you guys remember 6 months ago, I made a video exposing how Mekhi Phifer's other character is DaBaby. So if you haven't seen this video, the link is in the description below. So the connection here is that Mekhi Phifer played Rich Porter in a movie, and Mekhi Phifer's other character, DaBaby, is friends with Gunna. As you guys can see, they have a picture together, and they also have a song together as well. So that's an interesting connection. Now, another one of Rich Porter's characters is ASAP Ferg. As you guys can see, I really don't have to say much for this one. These two characters look identical. You know, they didn't change anything at all with this one. So that one's really easy to see as well. You know, I just wanted to bring this up because they make multiple characters out of one character. So I just had to bring this one up because they look exactly alike. Now let's talk about Young Thug, because Young Thug is based off of Dennis Rodman. As you guys can see, these two characters look exactly alike right here. And this one is really easy to see because not only do they look so much alike, but they dress exactly the same. You know, they both push this big inverted agenda, and they love wearing these same shades as well. So this one is really easy to see. And both of these characters overall push the same agenda. I talked about that in my Young Thug video 7 months ago. And both of these characters are extremely nasty. As you guys can see, Young Thug literally has a black tongue, and Dennis Rodman has a really nasty tongue as well. So this really shows you that celebrities are demons, and I've been saying this in multiple videos. You know, for some reason, a lot of them have a black tongue. I mentioned that in my Brittany Griner video because I showed a picture of her tongue in that video, and her tongue was really black as well. So that should really show you that celebrities are not human. These are demonic entities playing the role of characters on the world stage, and their main agenda is to get you to sin as much as possible like them so that you can go to hell with them. And who knows the things they're going to do to their fans in hell when they get there. So think about that next time you idolize a celebrity, because all of their fans are going to go to hell with them and they're going to torture them down there. But that's another topic for another video. So yeah, this one is pretty self-explanatory. Young Thug and Dennis Rodman look so much alike, and they even push the same agenda. And to top it off, they even have the same gematria. So Young Thug equals 138 and 48. And Dennis Rodman's full name, Dennis Keith Rodman, is 183 and 84. So these numbers are the same in the same ciphers. The only difference is they're reversed. So the fact that even their names have the same gematria shows how accurate my video was about this. So Young Thug's full name is Jeffrey Lamar Williams. Young Thug's last name Williams has the same gematria as Dennis Rodman's first and middle name. They both equal 118 and 55. And then Dennis Rodman also matches up with Gunna's real name. And the reason for this is because Dennis Rodman's other character is Young Thug, and Young Thug is heavily associated with Gunna. So of course, Dennis Rodman is also going to be connected to Gunna. So both of their names have the same gematria of 130. So here's some more connections that I didn't mention in my other Young Thug video, and these really shocked me because these connections are right in front of our face. So Dennis Rodman was number 91 when he played for the Chicago Bulls, right? As you guys can see, he had the jersey number 91. And Young Thug was born in 1991. But it gets even deeper than that because Young Thug's name on Instagram is Thugger1, and Thugger1 equals 173 in gematria. And when Dennis Rodman played for the Lakers, he was number 73. So there's no way this could be a coincidence. You know, maybe if just one of his jerseys matched up with Young Thug, then maybe it could be a coincidence. But the fact that two of his jersey numbers connect to Young Thug really shows that these two characters are the same. And keep in mind that their Instagram names are highly scripted as well, just like their regular names and their stage names. So they have certain Instagram names for a reason. You know, you would think that his Instagram name would be Young Thug, but he purposely chose Thugger1 for this reason. Another connection between these two characters is the fact that Dennis Rodman played with Kobe because they both played for the Lakers at the same time. So here's a picture of Kobe and Dennis Rodman. And when Kobe faked his death, Young Thug posted a meme about Kobe and Jesus Christ. So here's some articles that talk about it. This one says, some people are pissed about Young Thug's Kobe Bryant and Jesus Christ post. And this one says, Young Thug posts meme of Kobe Bryant getting crossed over by Jesus. So this is the meme of Jesus breaking Kobe Bryant's ankles. And it says, oh, you thought it was sweet up here. So not only is this an agenda, because they're trying to say that Kobe and Jesus are both in heaven. You know, they really love making a mockery out of Jesus because everything they do goes against Jesus and God. Jesus and God is their enemy. So this is why I'm telling you guys to not idolize celebrities, because when you do that, you're on their side. And that's exactly what they want. They want a lot of people to be against Jesus and God. Make sure you detach from every single celebrity as soon as possible. But anyways, the connection here is that Young Thug posted Kobe Bryant meme with Jesus, and his other character, Dennis Rodman, played on the same team as Kobe. And to top it off, Young Thug was hospitalized the same week that Kobe faked his death. So that's why they made an article about it. And if you guys are interested in my Kobe videos, the links are in the description below. So Young Thug is going to fake his death. You know, every time a celebrity is hospitalized, it's always predictive programming. And I noticed in this article, they really hinted at the fact that Young Thug is going to fake his death. So it says many fans were confused by Young Thug's post, given that he was confirmed hospitalized. This part right here is weird, so pay attention. Young Thug has had several mysterious hospital visits over the last year, sometimes posting pictures of himself with an IV or announcing a successful surgery without explaining why he needed one. So that's weird, you know, why is he doing random surgeries and not even telling people the purpose of them? And then it says, many fans in the comment section of his Kobe post celebrated that Young Thug seems to be doing well. One confused fan responded, we thought you died, WTF. So the fact that all these articles are mentioning this really shows that they're putting it right in our face. You know, why did they have to show this specific comment of somebody saying that they thought he died? You know, all of this is predictive programming of Young Thug's death. And he even has this album cover where he's covered in blood, which is symbolic to so many things, you know, because people around him have died, like Lil Keed, for example, who I made a video about on my second channel, by the way. The link to that video is in the description below. But Gunna also has predictive programming because right here he's laying down and he looks dead in this picture right here, and he's also doing one eye symbolism. So let's take a look at all of the death scripting with Young Thug and Gunna, because one of these characters is going to die, if not both of them. So Young Thug's Instagram, Thugger1 equals 83, just like murder. And then his middle name, Lamar, equals 18, and die is also 18 in the same cipher. Thugger and Gunna's middle name, Giovanni, both equal 41 in the same cipher as Death Hoax. And Thugger and Death Hoax both equal 86 in the same cipher as well. So these two characters are heavily connected to death. And Gunna was born on June 14th, and as we all know, dead equals 14. And he was also released from jail on December 14th. his nickname Young Gunna equals 43 and 38, just like murder and murdered. And then Gunna and passed away both equal 57. Something else I found interesting is that Gunna's other character, Scarface, is also doing predictive programming because this article says Scarface is dead, and they're referring to Scarface, the character, not actually the celebrity. You know, they're saying that he's done rapping, but these articles use these words for a reason, you know, so this could be predictive programming. And Gunna has so much symbolism. It's very disgusting how much he puts it right in our face. You know, right here, he's putting this one eye symbolism right in our face with this ring. And then right here, he's wearing this triangle on his shirt. And right here, he's doing the same symbolism with his hands. This character just loves to put everything in plain sight. So if you guys are interested in my Young Thug video, the link's in the description below. I recommend you guys check that out because I went deeper into Young Thug's character and Dennis Rodman because they both have really disgusting pictures and they're both pushing a very nasty agenda. So now let's talk about the scripting of this entire YSL case because every detail about this case is scripted and fake. So Gunna was arrested on May 11th and he was released on December 14th. So that means he was in jail for exactly 218 days. And the jail he was in was Fulton County Jail, which just so happens to equal 218, just like the amount of days he was locked up in this jail. So this proves that this entire thing is scripted because celebrities' lives are not organic at all. Everything they do is planned in advance because even the day he was locked up, which was May 11th, has the same gematria of 78 as Gunna. And then Gunna equals 57, just like the day he was released. And Fulton County, where he was locked up at, also equals 57 in the same cipher. So Gunna was released from jail after pleading guilty. So I underlined pleading guilty because the phrases that they use in these articles are for a reason because they match up with Gunna. So pleading guilty and Gunna's real name have the same gematria in 3 ciphers. They both equal 162, 72, and 216. And Gunna took a plea deal, and plea deal equals 29. And right now, Gunna is 29 years old. So do you guys really think that's a coincidence that he takes this plea deal at 29 and plea deal equals 29 in gematria? And then they said that he pleaded guilty to racketeering conspiracy charge. So racketeering conspiracy also has the same gematria as Gunna's full name in all 4 ciphers. This is insane. They both equal 239, 113, 355, and 130. The chances of this being a coincidence is like 1 in a million. So his first name Sergio equals 73, just like his charge, racketeering. And then his nickname Young Serge equals 116, just like racketeering, and the label he signed to, which is Young Stoner Life Records. And then his nickname Wunna, which is also the name of his album, also has the same gematria as racketeering. They both equal 73 and 62. And RICO Act is short for the racketeering charge that he got. So RICO Act equals 69, 33, and 48, just like released. And Gunna was released after being charged with this RICO Act. And his nickname Gunna also has the same gematria as RICO Act and released. And as you guys can see, RICO Act also equals 33, just like Masonry in the same cipher. So this shows that even the names that they give these charges are scripted. So this is bigger than just celebrities. This proves that the entire government is scripted. You know, the fact that they would fake and script all of these cases in plain sight in the court system shows how they can fake anything in plain sight. So Gunna's first name is Sergio, and he was a part of this RICO case, and Sergio has the same gematria as RICO case. They both equal 73 and 37 in the same ciphers. And he was released on December 14th, 2022, which has a day numerology of 48. And YSL RICO case equals 48. The date of his release, December 14, 2022, also equals 48. And Young Thug is also 48 in the same cipher. And then released in Atlanta are also 48. So everything about these characters is scripted with this RICO case. Now let's keep looking at some more details. So this article says that Gunna and Young Thug were arrested earlier this year following a sweeping gang indictment, and gang indictment has the same gematria as Gunna's name. They both equal 76. And then YSL Gunna has the same gematria as jail. They both equal 32. And this was a 56 count indictment. And they love using the number 56 in all of these scripted events because Society of Jesus equals 56 and YSL equals 56 and Thug also equals 56 and 16 in the same cipher as YSL. And this indictment was exactly 88 pages long. So even down to the pages, man, this shows how scripted every little detail is about this. So it was 88 pages, and Young Thug's name, Jeffrey Williams, equals 88. The jail that he's at, Fulton County Jail, also equals 88. And then Gunna's other character, Scarface's real name, also equals 88. And then the day he was released equals 88. And then Dead Rapper also equals 88. So now let's look at the scripting with Young Thug, because his entire name is scripted with all of this as well. So YSL is short for Young Stoner Life. And Young Stoner Life and Jeffrey Williams, which is Young Thug's real name, have the same gematria of 74. So this shows that he was scripted to be a part of YSL. And he has a record label called Young Stoner Life Records, which just so happens to have the same gematria as the charge racketeering that they all got charged for. They both equal 116. And then Young Thug's middle and last name equals 208 in the same cipher as racketeering. And then Young Thug and Rico Act both equal 48 and 33 in the same ciphers. And then Young Thug's middle name equals 45, just like Rico. And even Young Thug's Instagram name matches up with Rico. They both equal 63. So right here it says Young Thug faces new charges in Fulton County street gang case. And they keep using Fulton County in these articles because Fulton County is heavily connected to both of these characters. Young Thug and Fulton County both equal 138. And then Young Thug's full name equals 218, just like Fulton County Jail in the same cipher. And to show how scripted Young Thug's character is, let's take a look at how his full name is connected to the Skull and Bone Society, because his full name equals 322, and the Skull and Bone Society have that same number on their logo. And then the nail in the coffin, to prove that Young Thug is not a real person, Young Thug and Masonry have the same gematria of 105 and 33. And last but not least, even Young Thug's lawyer is a character, because I watched a weird video of Young Thug's lawyer, which I'll show you guys at the end of this video, because apparently somebody was nude in a Zoom call that he was in while they were in court, which shows how all of this is just a joke. How was somebody able to do that in this big case? You know what I mean? But anyways, I was watching that video and he kept reminding me of Jeffrey E. You know, I can't say his full name, but you guys can see the comparison. They look so much alike. And the big connection here is that Young Thug's first name is Jeffrey. So of course, Young Thug's lawyer is going to be based off of this death faker, Jeffrey. So that character was really easy to find. And before I end the video, I'm going to show you guys a video of Gunna snitching on live TV before he was even famous. And this shows that all celebrities are fake, because I've shown in multiple videos that most celebrities are either on TV or the news or have pictures with celebrities before they're even famous. And most of them are when they're kids. So this shows that celebrities are not real. Their entire life is scripted and fake. So I'll play that video for you guys at the end of this video. And I'm also going to play a video of Young Thug doing predictive programming. And make sure you watch to the end so that you guys can see that video of Young Thug's lawyer. And I'm going to do a more detailed video about Jeffrey E. on my Patreon, so stay tuned for that. So thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to drop a like, share, subscribe, turn on post notifications, follow me on Instagram, and subscribe to my Patreon. The links are in the description below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'm out.
Hey, I'm on that Hugh Hefner shit, man. If I ever was to have to go sit down 20, 25 years, the time they let you sit at home with your family, I'm bound to go get my breast did. I'm bound to get my titty did so I can do my 25 year with hoes. have me some fun, man. I don't get tired. Kevin Gatewood.
But as a snitch, I don't want to tell on him because somebody might try to come kill me.
Talk to me about this Crime Stopper video that everybody's circulating. They trying to use that against you. What was that about?
I don't know. It's about Crime Stopper. Well, I ain't never stopped a crime. Never.
So that's not even you on that video?
Yes, that's me, but that wasn't on no Crime Stopper. I don't know what the hell I'm thinking about because I wasn't in no case or nothing. So even like just saying like, oh, you snitched on who? I was never in no case. See what I'm saying? But you know, it'd be that go back to the internet. I don't really be feeding into it because motherfuckers don't know. I really from the street where I'm from, like if you snitch, bro, that shit is in paperwork. This shit is a document. See what I'm saying? All right, kept that shit don't be about nothing.
Yeah, when I watched the video, when I watched it, you was actually saying that your people was in jail because somebody else was talking on them. That's what I took from it.
Right. My cousin went to jail. A little girl got killed. My cousin went to jail for it. Another went to court and said my cousin did it, but my cousin didn't do it. That was I'm putting them down on like, but y'all got the wrong. My cousin still got life for it right now to this day. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's what I took from it. I was confused. I was like, okay, I don't understand what they trying to say here.
I am telling my cousin, crazy. My cousin didn't do shit. But they go back to the internet and just, you know what I'm saying?